Hi Thrive community, it is Dr. Brianna Tivey with Thrive Chiropractic, and it's the first week of November, and our new video series for the month is going to be about stress. So today I want to give you some fundamentals about what stress is and why we have a stress response, but I also want to spend the rest of the month giving you guys applicable tools that you can use to lower your stress response. So the first thing that I want to tell you is that we need to understand that there's a difference between stressors or stress events that happen and the stress response, which is how our body reacts. And it is only when our bodies perceive something as a threat that our body then shifts into a chemical and neurological cascade that causes the stress response. And this is a really primitive response that's meant to keep us alive. And what I mean by that is that if we look at hunter-gatherer ancestors, it's a response that if a lion was running at you would help you get out of that situation and keep you safe. But that reaction was meant to be very short term, like the lion's coming at you, you run, you get to safety, and then that response is over. But the difference is that nowadays, those stressors that we have in our life aren't just quick like that. They're every day and they're repetitive over and over. So the stress response that's meant to keep us safe actually over the long term can have some really detrimental effects on our body. I could go into that extensively, but I really want to give you, more importantly, tools that you can use. So each week is going to focus on a different technique that you can use to lower your stress response. The first and the single most effective thing that you can do to lower or stop the stress cycle in your body is physical activity. So if you think about a lion running at you, what would you do? You would run. So when you have a spurt of physical activity and then that stops, it signals to your body that you are safe and that you are out of danger, and that causes your stress response to lower. Also, when we provide physical activity into the body, it stimulates these little fibers around our spinal cord, and those fibers then send surges of positive messaging up to the brain. And when your brain receives these messages, it lowers that stress response overall. Now, I understand that a lot of people aren't really big on exercising, they're not enthusiastic, or you don't have time during the day, so I want to give you two other quick things that you can be doing throughout the day, that can help lower that response as well. The first is that if you want to take a little break from sitting at your computer, like every 30 minutes or so, you can stand up, tense all the muscles in your body as tight as you can for about 15 seconds, and then do a deep exhale and shake it all out, and that will actually stimulate the body to lower those stress hormones as well. And then there's an exercise that you can also do at the end of the day where you lay down, whether it's on your couch or in bed, and you start at your toes. And starting at your toes, you're going to clench all the muscles in your toes and then relax them, and then all the muscles in your feet and relax them, and so on and so forth, all the way up to the tip top of your head. And when you get to the top of your head and you finally relax that, it will cause a chemical change in your body that can actually lower your stress response as well. And I would encourage you to really think about how your body feels differently, or how your body might be signaling to you that you're past that stress event at that point. So week one, your biggest asset to counteracting stress response is physical activity, whether it's a big workout or just doing one of these little exercises throughout the day. We'll be back next week with another tip. Be well, everyone.